All right, so we got the Wild Crypto ICO, or really a pre-sale, if you will, coming up this Saturday, the 2nd. I believe it's going to be 9 a.m. Eastern time. Excuse me. Finally getting over this cold, a little bit stuffy up here. Went home a little early today, which is actually Thursday. About 2:30 I left work, laid, rest at the house, felt much better later on. Finally kicking this thing. Although you may not know, but hear my voice, my stuffed up nose, still feeling a lot better. So we're going to talk about a few things. Anyways, Wild Crypto, I'm going to put the link up in the description box of this video, just so you know exactly where to go. It's the same website it's always been, wildcrypto.com. I pretty much set a reminder to myself to do this video Thursday to remind everybody that, hey, it's Saturday, be prepared. Again, if you go to their website, sign up, subscribe or whatever to essentially their newsletter. Again, this is the same stuff you do everywhere else at every other ICO. You're going to get an email at some point. I don't know if it's going to be Friday night. I don't know if it's going to be like Saturday, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea. But you're going to get an email, and it's going to say, similar to what Pillar did, here's the address. Send such and such ETH to this address. Now, I know he did confirm one thing with me. And again, this is them and myself trying to look out for the small guy, okay? He was asking, we don't want any whales to just jump in and clobber the thing to death. There's going to be 6 million tokens in this particular pre-sale. He says, so what do you think is a fair cap, max, of that we would allow someone to put, Ethereum-wise? And long story short, they've decided 50 ETH is a max. Anyone who tries to send more than 50 Ethereum to the Wild Crypto ICO on Saturday, it should bounce back and tell you sorry about your luck, basically. That is so that you and I, the small guy, etc., can get in and play some, have a little action, get into the action. And I know he's taking a lot of heat, and I was talking to him through Skype, and, people are doing videos, and this is a fraud and scam, and I'm like, dude, you have no idea. That's my life every single day when I come out here and talk about cryptos. Just read the comments. There's a hater and there's a troll, at least 2, 3, 4 of them in there. Every day, doesn't matter what I talk about. Doesn't matter if the crypto made people 4, 5 times, 6 times their money in a short period of time. Speaking of that, OMG coin is doing real good. We're going to talk about that in a second. They just come out, they do negative videos, and he's a scammer. And he was like, maybe I ought to just send a freaking cease and desist to these people. They do have a legal team, believe it or not. People are like, we didn't have a legal team. Actually, they do. And I'm like, dude, you're wasting your time. You're going to have to go through YouTube to do it, and then, it's a nightmare. You're never going to get away from this. There's going to be haters everywhere. It says it doesn't matter what ICO, what company that I have ever spoken about. It happens every time. People attack them. They attacked the Pillar. Remember, they were attacking the guy at Pillar, David Siegel. They made a couple mistakes in their newsletter, just some, typo, whatever, and their people are just killing them. Jesus Christ, calm down. So anyways, just a reminder, it's Saturday. Now, another thing I'm going to touch on real quick, is night vision update. These are the goggles, essentially. I just went up to eBay real quick. These are the same models, Generation 3, the PVS-7B or whatever, and I think there's A's and B's. I'm not sure what the difference is, but the main number here is the PVS-7. They look exactly like this. Mine came in the same green bag, etc. And I have a decently clear night right now. There's a few clouds. It's not night yet. It's getting there. It's about 8:01 p.m. Eastern. So in another 30, 45 minutes, it should be pretty decent. I'm probably going to go out there and take a little peek. Now, granted, I don't know what time of the night someone should be looking at the sky to see if we see any, UFOs, so to speak, or any kind of vehicles. But I've been dying to get a peek at that. So what I did is I bought this pan tilt zoom, kind of out. It's an outdoor, somewhat of a heavy duty. It wasn't even that expensive at all. It was like $80, and you just wire it up, and then there's a little control box that was, I think, 25 or 30 bucks, I think. And again, you can use real thin wire, come inside my little crypto cave, if you will, And my ultimate goal here is to have that thing sitting right where I'm at right now. Have a nice TV put up here, put up on the wall once I get this room finished. You know, once we actually buy the house in a couple weeks and sign the paperwork, you know, and actually own the house, then I can start closing this in. But I'll put a TV up. I'd like to feed all that to the TV. So if I have guests over, friends, whatever it may be, you can sit down on the couch. We can be in the air conditioning. We can be in the comfort of this room, not outside getting absolutely destroyed by mosquitoes. I saw the biggest mosquito I've ever seen in my life the other day. This was when we first moved in, about a week later. It was, I'm seeing this thing flying around, and it got even, you know how normally a mosquito needs to get kind of close to your ear? Bzzz, oh, you know, mosquito. This thing was like, you know, a nautical mile away from my ear. Bzzz, what the? Was that someone got a zero turn out here? Bzzz, what the? And that thing could have almost lifted me off the ground. Just kidding. It wasn't that big, obviously. But I'm telling you, it was a monster. I've never in my life, I've been living in Florida pretty much my whole life since I was about 4 or 5. And it was a monster. It didn't have to get close to my ear. I heard it. And it even had, you know, the higher pitch bzzz, mosquito. This baby had a lot lower pitch, but power behind it. Bzzz, you know, almost like it was a diesel truck, a diesel mosquito. What the hell? Holy crap. If I would have killed it, it'd probably, you know, I'd have to probably change my shirt. It probably would have squirted so much blood all over me. So anyways, I'm trying to get this to where I can put these goggles outside, right outside the crypto cave. And again, I'll have a wire already run in here. I'll just plug it in whenever I want to use it. And I can sit here from the comfort of this chair or whatever, the couch that I end up putting in here one day, and hit up, down, left, right, and have it move. And again, it'll be feeding on, you know, 55-inch, whatever the hell I end up getting. Those things are so cheap these days. Put it on the wall. Got guests over, we can watch it. If I don't, I could let the son of a gun run. I could live stream the son of a gun. Or maybe get some like security camera software that has motion detection capability. That way I'm not having to scan through hours of footage. And only when it sees stuff, you know, will it record. And I thought about that. I was like, well, you know, I have these security cameras here that do that already. So the thing is, if I, you know, again, these goggles, if you look at them, this back part, you know, that's the front part. Okay, so you put this obviously over your eyes, both eyes, and then you've got this. So essentially, what I could do is put one camera, like a small HD camera, or one of these security cameras I'm telling you about, right behind the lens, right? And I don't know if I need to put like a piece of PVC or just something to kind of keep it to where it's always the same. Find the right focal, you know, length, zoom, or whatever, and then leave it alone. That way the camera itself, again, it's a security camera, I already got the software on my desktop, it's only going to record when there's movement. So what I would have to do is make sure that the little, you know, things in the sky moving around is enough to trigger this thing to capture motion. So probably have to set it way up, you know, on the right, like 100% motion detection, and then just kind of scan the videos the next day and see if there's anything interesting. You know, I don't want to sit here all night. However, wouldn't it be kind of cool? And someone already asked us. He's like, hey, I live in Florida too, man. And he's like, we're a little ways away from me. He's like, but we have one of these, you know, SETI teams or whatever. There's 4 of us. We like looking in the sky and having every now and then, you know, go out and do that. He's like, man, you know, it'd be cool to do that with you. You got the night vision. We don't have stuff like that. That'd be really cool if we could do that one of these days. And I thought, you know, that would be kind of cool. You know, some trustworthy people that I, of course, will have to know, not just some random jabroni. But yeah, hey, let's come over. Let's have a little night. Again, we don't have to be outside getting eaten up, destroyed by mosquitoes. And just see what the hell happens. You know, do a live stream. We could all be in here doing a live stream together. Have a camera in the corner, filming all of us. Have mics to pick up all of us talking, what we're seeing. Just every now and then. Wouldn't that be kind of neat, kind of off? You know? So, I'm realizing again, as almost expected, I should have known better. Nearing 10 minutes of talk time, and I'm only gotten to the night vision. So I don't want to start talking about cryptos now. Therefore, I'm not even going to title this appropriately of talking about cryptos. It's just going to be, you know, night vision update kind of a thing. So yeah, I got the pan tilt zoom piece. That should be here in the next day or two, by the way. The other piece that goes with it, up, down, left, right, you know, move the motorized unit, whatever it's called. It can mount on a pole. It can mount on a piece of wood. You know, I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. And I was going to get, and by the way, you know the old saying, go big or go home? You know, when I was in my younger years, oh yeah, give me a fast, you know, the fastest car I can get, the most expensive, you know. And then you realize, you get a little older, get a little wiser. You don't have to have the best of everything, right? You don't have to go big or go home, technically. But I thought to myself, life is pretty good these days, especially with cryptos. My people on YouTube making money, I'm making money, got this beautiful house and property. I'm like, life is great for us. Super psyched. I thought, you know, if I were to do something like this, where it's kind of a common thing once a month even or whatever, and I've got some people, and whether it's friends, close friends, or ultimately, because I've met 2, 3, 4 YouTubers that I, you know, felt like I could trust, and we're doing this, I said, you know what would be cool? Because I got the land, I got the property. Go to one of these auctions, you know, government auctions or whatever. There's one actually on Highway 301 in Tampa area. They sell the Crown Victorias, all that stuff. And they sell tractors and backhoes and you name it. And they also sell bucket trucks and stuff like that. I thought, what if I bought an old jalopy or jabroni bucket truck for 2-3 grand? Whatever I can get it for, maybe cheaper, who knows. All I care about is, can I get it home? You know, does it drive at least to get home? And does the bucket system work? That's all I care about, mainly the bucket system. Once it gets here, it's going to sit next to the crypto cave, right? Out in the back 40. Put that sucker up, and I thought, imagine because you could fit 2 or 3 people in those. You know, they're rated for that. I mean, depending on the one you get, I'd make sure it is. At least a couple people. These things can go up 60, 70 feet. You're talking at or above the tree line here where I'm at. And I thought, now tell me that wouldn't be cool. Send a couple people up there with the night vision, both of them taking turns kind of a thing. And just kind of looking up there. That way you got a massive view of the sky. Because right now, you'd have to be in a huge open field to really see a great view of the sky where I'm at. And there's trees and stuff. I mean, I do have a good spot actually right in front of my crypto cave that's kind of open. We can see a good portion. But I thought, man, would that not be cool? You get in there, take them up in the sky, you know, 60, 70 feet. Put the goggles on, check it out, that kind of thing, you know. Man, that would be so cool. So that's where my mind was, you know, go big or go home. No, not necessarily. Which is why I'd go to the freaking auction and get a jalopy of a bucket truck. So anyway, it was a thought I had. Man, wouldn't that be cool, right? One of those kind of thoughts. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but damn it, it would be cool. I don't care what you say. So just some thoughts. Once I get this thing in the mail, I then have to run the wiring inside. Not a big deal. But I need to get a little camcorder, and I was kind of poking around, like, you know, these action cams and stuff. And I'm like, no, wait, I could just use the security cameras I have. Just get an additional one. Matter of fact, I've got one now that I'm not even using. That's actually an outdoor camera, weatherproof. Hell, there it is. Attach that right, you know, before the goggles or whatever. Find the right spot. It doesn't have a zoom, so once I find the right spot, that's all I need to deal with. Make sure it doesn't move. You know, you can mount it with a strap or something so that it's on a platform, like maybe a wood platform or something, like a little 2x4 or whatever. Doesn't have to be pretty, right? And then when you move the camera, the pan tilt zoom piece, it's going to move that wherever you want. So I could be doing some live streams. Hey, check this out, man. You know, it'd be kind of cool. And I want to do it. What the hell? Talk about cryptos, realist news. Now we're going to talk about UFOs and crazy stuff in the sky at night. And imagine if we started really seeing some stuff. Like Bill O'Reilly. F it, we're doing it live. F it. Effing thing sucks. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. There's something in the sky. So, a little update. I've had several people ask me about those, so I wanted to tell you what they were. The PVS-7. They are pretty damn incredible. I'm going to tell you that because I did walk the property a couple times. Even when it was super cloudy. I was still able to see like 3 stars or somethings out there right through the damn clouds. And I took them off. Can't see no stars, no nothing. Put them back on. Oh, there they are. Pretty neat. Let me just tell you that. So, that's it. Little update on that. Next, we got to talk about some cryptos, okay?